So for our game Battle Tabs, we have a rather large Discord server. We have about 16,000 members, and it's where we make most of our announcements. I would like a way for us to showcase what we have on Discord on Twitter, and I wanted to do it in an automated way. My first option was to use IFTTT. They've got an action where it automatically reads a message and then posts it to Twitter. However, the direct method does not read very well. As you can see here, it basically just copies the text from the Discord message with a link to Discord, and oftentimes it's cut off because the message on Discord can be a lot longer than what's allowed on Twitter. Now, the second thing I tried is on IFTTT. They've actually got a way for you to change the original message with some AI magic, some generative AI magic. So here I had it set up where I get the message from Discord and then I summarizes it, use IFTTT's AI to generate a social media post and then post it to our Twitter account. The problem with that is because I don't have any finer control over how this message is drafted, oftentimes I was unable to create a tweet that includes a link to the original message on Discord, because the content itself sometimes goes over the character limit. Any link, when you post it to Twitter, it counts as 24 characters, and that's not counted in here. So I needed a bit more control over how this is generated. I decided to look at potentially some other options. And one of the things I had been thinking about is to connect Discord messages to Google Sheet and potentially writing some app scripts to automate some of this, connecting it to OpenAI to generate the tweet and then coming back to IFTTT to post it. So that's what I did, and it turns out that that's actually a pretty good solution and it works pretty well. So here I'll just show you the end result and then we'll go through some of the steps while I set it up. This is the original message here, an update about what's changed in the game, and here this is the final result. This is the tweet that was generated through this process. It summarizes the original message. It's got some emotes and some hashtags that's generated and a link back to the original message. That's what I wanted. Great. The way I set this up is first I have IFTTT send the message to a Google Sheet. That acts as a starting point. Whenever a new message is posted to the announcement channel, it adds a role to a Google Sheet, and that's all this applet does on IFTTT. So here, this is my announcement spreadsheet. So every time a message is posted in the announcement channel, it fills in this part. It gives me date, message, link, and author. So that's automated. Next step is creating an app script that's triggered whenever there is an update to this form, to this Google Sheet. This is the script, and all it does really is it finds any new message that's posted, that's created in this sheet, and then it calls OpenAI and generates a post, right? So it comes down here, calls OpenAI API with some instructions, and specifically I want to make sure that it leaves enough room to include a link back to the original post on Discord. Once that's generated, I combine that with the link and then I post that message to IFTTT again. Basically here, send tweet with IFTTT, it makes a request via the webhook feature on IFTTT. So here, I'll quickly show you how this is set up. So it receives a web request with the JSON payload. It basically just says, this is the message that I want to send. And then it filters that JSON object. Right, so we just want the message itself from the JSON object. And the reason why I had to do it this way was because if I go directly without the JSON payload, I can't have nice line breaks in the tweet. So I had to do it this way. But basically, this filters the payload and then post a tweet to our Twitter account. So that's been working pretty well for the last couple of days. And the nice thing about using Google Sheet is you can set up triggers. So you don't need a server in the background that keeps running. It just monitors Google Sheet. So whenever changes are made to Google Sheet, it fires this function and then it sort of kickstarts the whole process. So that's been working very well. The next step I want to do is to try to set something up similar to this, but I want to have it automatically post content from our Hall of Fame channel, including an image, to Twitter. I think that's going to be more involved. I'll probably need to have a custom Discord app running on our Discord server. I'll give that a try and I'll post an update if that's successful. Anyways, just thought I'd share that, and if anyone's interested, I can share the code that I've written up here as well if you want to do something similar.